My name is Hiunchuli Sherpa.
My name is Darinji Sherpa.
My name is Nuru Jaljan Sherpa. I'm from Putha.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tashi Galjan Sherpa. I am original from Solukhubu, Nepal. I am 28 years old.
My name is Nawang Rinzin Sherpa.
Namaste, my name is Nimakansa Sherpa.
And I did summit one times Everest, and second time now Putha, not summit. I did 2 times base camp.
I'm Everest in 15 time summit.
I'm 5 times Everest summiter.
I'm Everest summited 6 times. Then Putha Hiunchuli 1 time. There's more. There's expedition.
I climbed Mount Everest 5 times, and Manaslu 2 times, Choyu 1 times, and Amadablam, and lots of peaks.
I am 5 times in Everest summit.
I have climbed Mount Everest 8 times, Choyu 3 times, Makalu 1 time, Manaslu 1 time, and Amadablam 3 times, and now next Putha Hiunchuli. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so tell us how you met Neil.
I first met Neil roughly 10 years ago. We were both doing the same business meetup group and we formed a friendship there. And he asked me to do a couple of small challenges with him and I said yes, and they were really fun, and then the challenges got bigger and bigger.
I met Neil 24 years ago when I was asked by Bear Grylls to jet ski around Britain. And Neil was on the trip as well because Neil and Bear had summited Everest together, and our friendship started from there.
I met Neil through Scott Nurston and the team at ITHQ. Neil had approached them to work with them on a project to bring internet connectivity to a school in Kagkot at about 3,400 meters, a very remote village in Nepal.
And what made you join the HBR expedition?
There are several reasons. One is that what made me join the HBR expedition, the excitement of the adventure. It's so unusual. I mean, who does this? Also, the majestic beauty of the Himalayas is stunning. And it's just now I can physically do these things. You know, 5 years' time, who knows?
I got involved with the HBR, the highest bike ride. I'd heard about the previous expedition, which wasn't successful, from Neil, and I went up to do one of his paddy farthing rides in London. And on the way back on the train, Ant, who was also on a couple of the last trips with us, asked him a question about how it was going in the planning. And I suddenly just thought, wow, that sounds like an amazing thing to do. So I was asking questions about it. When I heard it was leaving on my 60th birthday, I was all in.
So how did you think up the idea of the HBR expedition?
I thought about the world's highest bike ride. It's just another one of my crazy, ambitious challenges in life, Tim.
And what do you hope to take away from the expedition?
What I hope to take away from this particular expedition is a love of a bike ride at high altitude. But I fear that's not going to be the case.
Namaste.
Okay, leaving Kagkot. I think it's Monday, maybe it's Sunday. Lost track of time. Namaste. Bye. Bye. Cheers, go well.
Yeah.
Bye.
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 Bye, brother. See you later.
See you later.
Okay, this is where it gets real. That's a 3,200 to 4,300 porterage that we've got coming up. From the bottom of that onto the ridge line, then up across the ridge to the left, behind that, and onto Pansy Base Camp. Okay, that's Kagkot below. We've climbed about 550 meters, another 470 to go. More than halfway. Everything's turned a little bit feral. It's like Lord of the Flies at the moment. Myself and Mel.
Hi.
And the great Nima. Der Rinzi. Rinzi. Nima. We're bringing up the rear.
That's a really good landmark. That's the telecoms station. That's where we had lunch yesterday before we went up to the ridge. So we're near the ridge that's going to take us onto our first base camp. Done well. It's about midday, 4 hours with our bikes is good going. 4,000 meters here.
Okay, we're heading up to that ridge behind the tree, across and behind that. River that runs into Kagkot. Kagkot at the bottom, coming round 3,900. Team taking a well-earned break. Still got to head up there, all the way around, up there, behind the tree, to the ridge line.
Vulture.
Okay, motherfucker. 4,227 meters, 4,000 meter portage of bikes up some fucking mountain. Regrouping for some lunch. Ridge line's just above us. Everyone chillaxing and maxing. Melody, Muriel. Still got to get up there.
$1,500 meters on either side of us. What up, Paul? Come on, guys. Look at that view. $4,400 meters. The last ascent up, we hope, before we get to base camp. Meals are amazing. There we go, top of the pass. That was a terrifying ridge. What we have to do now is follow that path all the way around the side of the mountain to base camp. So this is the ridge we've come up all the way along here, then back down, and then followed the path all the way around this valley here up to this peak, and then we go down into the valley again round to hopefully base camp in about 30 minutes.
Tim descending down towards Pansy Base Camp. We just finished a small climb. Thought the climbing was over, but no, here's another one.
A wonderful sight. 8.5 hours climb today. 8.5 hours with this bike strapped to my back. Feels like a medieval torture instrument. Ah. It's been a good day.
Just arriving at Pansy Base Camp.
Everyone. Thanks, Lever. Just around the corner. Oh, far side, far side.
9 hours of portering, 98% of it with a fucking bike. Skipped the knife edge ridge more because I wasn't confident in my climbing with the wind buffeting the bike than inability to do so. Took a porter's kit, which was much lighter, much easier, much safer. Good day.
Pansy Base Camp, 4,480 meters with a view. Hello, chef. And here's the lieutenant going up. Final push to Putha Base Camp. We've got a couple of quite big streams to cross. The hardest walk to base camp. It's been a hard day anyway, alone after the last 5 days. (2:30) left 7:30 this morning. Been a really tough day, but I think that is my first glimpse, possibly, Putha Hiunchuli just there. Oh, that is the best sight. Well done, great effort.
Come to Daddy. Come on. Come on. Come on. You made it.
Well done.
Oh, bloody Tell us what that was like, Paul. No. Oh. Well done, mate.
Absolute pain.
Good effort. That was hard work, wasn't it? On a scale of 1 to 10, how difficult was that?
10. Hard. Hard, hard, hard.
Guinness World Records. If you're looking at this, we've carried these bikes all the way to base camp and we're going to carry them all the way up to the summit. Thank you.
Come on.
Well, very clear, glorious day here at base camp. Our first glimpse of Putha Hiunchuli. Very important morning. The Sherpas are going to head up and establish Camp 1 today. before they do that, we have the puja ceremony. And we will have boots, crampons and eye socks is blessed. And we'll be asking for permission to climb the mountain. Radio checks. Well, the puja ceremony is complete and our Sherpa team are getting ready to establish Camp 1, getting all the kit ready, taking tents up, and then they'll be back down tonight, ready for us to climb to Camp 1 tomorrow. So a quick tour around base camp. We've got our tents there next to the helipad. Amityville House of Horrors at the far end in the blue, which is the Loo tent. Our dining tent, Sherpa's tent and the cook tent. Wednesday, 11th of January, just left base camp to start the climb. Going to Camp 1 today. Very misty, damp, cool morning. So we'll see how we go. Summit of Putha Hiunchuli just coming into view as the cloud clears. Camp 1 is right at the foot of the glacier in the foreground. No pathway here, but in the distance a tiny speck of orange, which is base camp. 5,500 meters. This amazing glacier is coming down the valley here. So covered in moraine. We're just glimpsing here and there, shining through all the debris. Solid ice we're climbing over now. Spectacular. That's the snout of the Putha Hiunchuli glacier. Amazing sight. Just the other side of that we have Camp 1. Hold on. The whole of this face is a sheet of ice covered with moraine. It's now melting in the sun, so it's going to be quite challenging to get round there today. You can just see the prayer flags that mark Camp 1, so I'm going to give it a go. This is unbelievable. Walking on the glacier. This rock, look, that's ice there. I'm on my own now with Ming. The rest of the team has turned back, but I'm determined. I'm going to get my bike to Camp 1 today.
Walking back from our 620 metre descent. It's Himalayan water there. That's my Sherpa distance.
That is the glacier and the valley back down to base camp. And everything in the foreground is rock on melting ice. Very slippery. In fact, I'd go so far as to say lethal. Over 5,000 meters. Very hard to breathe when you're exerting like this. That's a lovely sight. It's rather lonely, doesn't it? Last few paces to Camp 1. Camp 1.
Yes. Well done.
So that's my bike all the way to Camp 1. My philosophy behind this is that I get a whole day tomorrow without carrying the bike. So we go back to base camp now, we climb back up here tomorrow, and then we sleep here tomorrow night, and then I'm fresh, ready to take the bike to Camp 2 tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. So I'll only be carrying a bike every other day. Some of the other members of the team have decided to split their bikes, so they brought half the bike up today and they bring half the bike up tomorrow. I want to be as fresh as I can be for the summit bid, and it's pretty special being up here on my own with Ming Sherpa. day's meltwater from the glacier. That's a lot of water.
Well, we're supposed to be walking up to Camp 1 fairly soon. It's pouring with rain, has been for the last hour. Just trying to get our kit ready. We'll be sleeping at Camp 1 tonight and then pushing on to Camp 2 tomorrow, if the rain stops. Tent's leaking.
So we've just heard from the Sherpas at Camp 1 that it's snowing heavily up the mountain. We've got a weather report in from Sering in Kathmandu as well to say it's going to be like this today and tomorrow. So we'll have to wait and see if it clears a bit and probably change our plans on when we summit. It's a very rapid change in weather circumstances, so we're back on schedule. We're going back to Camp 1 today, so all our summit kit is being prepared and taken up to Camp 1 today, and then we'll be using it to get to Camp 2 tomorrow. This is the section that was underwater when I came down yesterday. The day's meltwater, this was a foot deep, a raging torrent, and it's frozen overnight. Quite a hard day going back to Camp 1, some of the team taking half their bikes. Amazing thing, all that meltwater disappears under the ice I'm standing on.
Up from where we left off yesterday, gone past the edge of the glacial snout. You can see some of the team coming up to the right. This is actually a glacier that we're standing on. It's very, very soft. Everything's moving. Obviously it's just not clear and white just because of the rock fall from the area above me up there. Neil just ahead, pushing through. What an absolutely beautiful place. Look at that. Hiunchuli is this massive rock in front of me and extends up into the distance above that. We'll be going up to Camp 2 on the snow tomorrow. Gonna sleep at Camp 1 tonight. There we go, Camp 1. Team still coming up. To my left, glacier. Come back round. Return. Camp for tonight. Neil Lawton in all his glory. Looking up the glacier. Around the corner to Camp 2. I think I'll have a look at that tomorrow.
Camp 1. 5,393 meters above sea level. Craig?
Good man.
with my best day. Good to be at Camp 1.
Yeah, very good. Oh, this thing goes back
It's a campsite with all mod cons. We've got running water. Not dangerous at all. Great view, but we're going to be sleeping on glacial moraine tonight. Not the most comfortable, but I think we're going to sleep well anyway. Thank you. How deep's the snow?
Sorry?
How deep is the snow?
Yeah, it's now stop snowing. I hope it will clear soon.
Okay. Bleak day on our way from Camp 1 to Camp 2. It's just me and Neil left in the team at the moment. Everyone's gone back down to base camp to ride out the weather, have a rest, see what happens in the next few days. We're trying to get our bikes to Camp 2 though, and it's bleak up here. Sorry?
Safety. Safety.
I've just left my bike on the snow about 6,000 metres. Conditions really not good, but I've just run out of energy today. So it's about 1 hour from Camp 2, now descending back down to Camp 1, which we cannot see. It's pretty bleak up here. On my way back down to base camp. It's been like this all day, complete whiteout. I did manage to climb to 6,000 metres, and that's where I've left the bike tied to the rope. Just couldn't go on any further. Exhausted, a bit cold, wet, not great conditions. Neil got a bit higher, but I think he was still about an hour and a half from from Camp 2. So yeah, a tough day. And now we're slipping around on the glacier on the way back, and the whole of the snout has changed with the conditions. So some of the boulders that we've been using to bridge have been washed away now. A lot more snow. So we've got to find a new way across. What is it? Sherpa
Who
stew.
knows where they are yet?
Sherpa
You'll
stew.
find them. They're around. They're yellow, two yellow boots. in a tent or in a bag or wherever.
It's Neil prepping his summit snack bag. Sweeties.
Well guys, thanks for joining me now. We kind of reached the crux point of the highest bike ride expedition. As many of you know, it's been far more grueling than I had ever expected, and you've suffered. Many ways far harder, I think, than my 6 expeditions to Mount Everest, just for the record. However, we're at a good point, and I have huge admiration for all of you for getting to this point, for getting so high, for being so resilient, and also for being such great teammates. It's been a joy. And we must not forget, I think, our amazing Sherpas for all their hard work and their experience, and their 45 Everest summits between them, which is extraordinary. But I now want to remind you of the main mission, the vision, and the goal of this expedition. It is to get at least one person to the summit of Putha Hiunchuli, over my left shoulder here, the 95th highest mountain in the world, with a bike for a short cycle ride and a new Guinness World Record. With Nima Sherpa in full support and agreement with this plan, we will now split into 2 teams, an advanced party summit team and a bike party summit team. The advanced party summit team will consist of Craig, Paul, Meriel and Giles, plus 4 individually allocated high altitude Sherpas for each of you. The bike party summit team will be consist of Nima Sherpa, our Sirdar, Tim and myself, and as you know, we have our bikes on the snow higher up on the mountain, and we will have 2 additional support high altitude Sherpas. Why this plan? I think it gives a genuine summit attempt for all of us, for everybody here in this team. It gives the best chance for the main mission success. It allows for the advanced establishment of Camp 2, which it will be critical. And finally, it gives the bike team party, Tim and myself, an extra day's rest, which I think we both need if we're going to succeed in this arduous task. We'd just like to know the timings for tomorrow. Anything else you'd like to share with us?
Me and Nawang and Darinji with the second team. They're going to attempt high bike ride. But we'll be heading tomorrow to Camp 2 early in the morning to set up the camp over there and come back down to.
Hi guys.
Camp 1. And then the other team, advanced team, they'll move from here slowly. The Camp 1 tomorrow, then Camp 2 and summit.
Yep.
And we wish you best of luck.
Thank you.
And the main important thing is always you have to listen to your body. Okay, getting to the summit is not important. Make sure we all come back safely.
Sunday the 15th. You can probably see the team slowly getting ready behind me. We've broken into 2 teams. We're the advanced party. Our job is to go up, kick a path up to the summit, and then in a day's time, the second party, consisting of Neil and Tim and Nima, will come up bringing the bikes. Most of us have got our bikes to 5,400 meters, and it's really not practical to take them any further than that in a safe way. I think I realized that getting close to that 5,000 meter mark lugging a bike all the way from Dunai. It's just taken too much out of us. So for us, best situation, best scenario is that we get to the summit, and that'll be a magnificent achievement in itself. So that's what I'm aiming for. That's what the rest of the team, this advanced party consisting of myself, myself, Mel, Giles and Paul. So let's see how we do. This is it. Summit, 3 days time. Tonight, hopefully get to Camp 1, Camp 2 tomorrow night, push for the summit at about 1 o'clock in the morning on the Wednesday. Let's see how we go. Catch you all later.
Good luck, guys.
We were having tea this morning. There was a massive cannonball-like crack coming up the valley. I couldn't stop and film earlier, but there's been a massive rock slide. You can see this huge part of the glacier that's cracked. That was a very small crack yesterday. Yeah. That's meters that it's moved overnight. Valley's kind of been reshaped. Okay, we've just reached the snout of the glacier to my left. That bad boy stretches up the valley, and another glacier joins it from the left. Further up, you can't see that because it's stuck in the clouds right now. This area in front of the snout is the moraine, or the beginning of the moraine. And naturally the glacier continues underneath the moraine. The moraine is the result of the glacier cutting into the sides of the valley and rocks falling down, landing on top of the glacier and moving further down the valley. You'll note everyone's sitting around on big stones. If you sit on small stuff, you will sink in. That's the nature of the surface around here. So if you move from big rock to big rock, you're fine. But if you stand on the areas where the little stones, you're likely to sink ankle deep down into that lot. It's quite scary. I stepped into it the other day. It was pretty shit. Paul insisted on bringing his bike to Camp 1. Here he arrives. We've got a bit of sleet happening. Faithful Tashi by his side. Come on! Hello from Camp 1. Had a great walk up the valley this morning. Made it in 3.5 hours. Journey's been taking up to 5.5 hours. So, cracking progress. Yeah. It's a beautiful morning at Camp 1. It's probably about 6 o'clock. And here's Camp 1. Got to head up onto the ridge today. You can probably see the line, the lighter triangular V. Got the left hand side of that onto the top of the ridge. Up to Camp 2. Camp 2 is at 6,200 meters. We're about 5'4" at the moment. What a beaut, crystal clear. Let's see how it goes. That's Mel coming over the hill. It's been a incredibly tough 45-degree sketchy slope, rocks, ice, slate. Here comes Giles. Made it over the initial slope. Did you love that?
Fantastic. Three more.
Give me a double.
Three more.
Welcome to Camp 2, 6,200 meters. Clouds just easing up the valley. Nima's bicycle. Nuru heading up towards the summit to go and check out the conditions. So I'm the only person at Camp 2 at the moment. The team I came up with yesterday have turned and gone back. They felt 6,200 was good enough for them, and I think it probably was. Mel had a headache, Giles had a headache, probably altitude related. And Paul came up with his bike, dumped his bike and went down to Camp 1 to climatize, which was probably the right thing to do. So at the moment I'm waiting for the next team to come through. They should be through this afternoon, early lunchtime, with their bikes, and I'm going to push up with them. Catch you later.
Just been walking across some tough terrain. We want to get down to where the tents are unfriendly. See that track up there? That took us about an hour and a half because we're at high altitude. Everything is so slow and impossible, but look at the view.
Well, just climbing into Camp 1 for the third time. A bit easier now, we're acclimatized. 2 hours 55 minutes from base camp, and from here we go on tomorrow to Camp 2, picking up our bikes where we left them on Friday, and then the day after that we go for our summit bid. So this is day 1 of our 3-day climb from base camp to summit, so we've got to keep our fingers crossed. It's what I describe typical Camp 1 weather. Seems to be like this every time we come here. It was nice and clear down at the bottom this morning, so we've had a little sunbathe and can't see anything beyond. The other bit of good news is Paul has taken his bike from the snout of the glacier today up to Camp 2, and he's coming back down here to join us as part of Team 2. So Team 1 will summit tomorrow, hopefully, and Team 2 will summit the day after with bikes. So we're now looking at getting Nima, Neil, myself and Paul to the summit with 4 bikes. Lots of snowfall overnight. Quite tricky negotiating the terrain here. From Camp 1 up to Camp 2. Nemo is very kindly breaking the trail for us. You can just see him right at the top there. Just shy of crampon point. See Neil and Nima just heading up the first ice climb. At the top of that, which you can't see, are where our bikes are stored, It's where we left them last Friday. Slow going. Look at this trail. This rock has just slid down the mountain. Feeling.
Hurts.
Cramp on point. Neil and Nima making good progress. Go for it. Can't see a thing. Okay.
Signs of life coming up the last stretch to Camp 2. I can see Tim, Paul, yeah, all the bikes coming up.
Come on, legends! You boys are making history, come on!
Man, that looks tough out there.
Here we are, boys coming into Camp 2, 6,200 metres. We got Tashi Sherpa leading on the rope, followed by Paul Clark with the molten bike. Then we have Tim Moore with the Varu titanium and carbon fibre mountain bike. Probably doesn't feel that light. Followed by last Buba Sherpa. Welcome to Camp 2.
Finally made it to Camp 2. That's been a really hard day. 6,200 metres. Not great weather. But we're here now and got to get our heads now and get some rest. And then we leave here midnight or 1 o'clock, I think, for the summit. Hello and welcome to Putha Hiunchuli, mountain in the Himalayas. It's Tuesday the 17th of September, 5:05 in the afternoon, and we hope to summit the mountain tomorrow. But first we are going to have a game of chess. It'll be the highest altitude game of chess in history, or the highest board game, and we are witnessed by Craig Wiltshire and Darinzi Sherpa, and we're just going to look at our altimeter. 6,216 metres above sea level. Okay, let play begin.
Tim, Neil. Checkmate. It's Neil Lawton.
Loser!
Darinzi Sherpa.
Thank you for witnessing. wheel.
Camp 2's a little bit blustery. I'm saying Camp 2's a little bit blustery for the video. Oh, sorry. No worries. We can have a yak. Back at base camp 2. Had to turn around, unfortunately. Just no energy. I think 2 days of not eating just didn't do me any good. A bit disappointing, but here we go. Back down.
Amazing view. 6,400 meters. The conditions are very cold, very bleak. Snow is very hard underfoot. And Neil is way ahead of us, but he's still 4 hours from the summit. We're 7 hours from the summit, and I think Paul wants to carry on. Sadly for me, this is the end. This is Mount Dalaguri here. A lot, but it's the end of my time. It's really bleak up here, and I've got to get all the way back down.
All going a little bit crazy. Camp 2. Bloody hell. Got there about 80-90k an hour wind when it comes through.
I'm afraid it is the sensible decision. Sad to get.
Back down, the winds blow the clouds away. Nuru.
Hi. I take out this tent.
Okay. Just come down from Camp 2. Just behind me. Just as we were leaving Camp 2, the rest of the team back to Camp 2. At this point, I'm assuming, unfortunately, an unsuccessful summit. Apparently, the winds were very, very, very high. Very, very high. There's Nuru behind me. Take in some of that. We're going to head down to Camp 1. Look at that.
Well, yeah. All this fresh powder would be amazing if we were skiing, but unfortunately it's been falling since Friday when we did our first acclimatisation trip to Camp 2, and it was blowing a hoolie all last night. Absolutely horrendous conditions to attempt the summit this morning.
On our way down from Camp 1 to base camp, just taking a break below the snout of this glacier. I think that big rock's probably going to protect us from anything coming down there. What do you say? Just making our way down the moraine towards Camp 1. Oh, sorry, towards base camp. A little look at where we've been. All the way up to the top. Oh, almost. Okay, on our way back down from Camp 1 down to base camp. Boy, is that a special sight. That's new, heavily laden, strong as an ox. Up and get our gear down. The next stop, base camp.
See that mountain in the distance? That's where the guys are right now. I think Tim has just had to turn back because it's just too much snow, very deep, air really thin. But we're down here rooting for everyone. Nima, this is Mel speaking. Nima. You're at the summit?
Close to.
How far below are you?
About an hour.
About an hour. And how are you? How are you and how is Neil and how is everyone else? All very tired. Well done. Keep going. They're at the summit?
Yeah.
They're at the summit, guys! They're summited! Woo!
it's amazing what a difference 24 hours can make. Putha Hiunchuli behind me, absolutely crystal clear. Perfect day to summit today. Totally different to yesterday. So quite frustrating, but it's absolutely glorious here. The mountains looking at their best, and we're just waiting for Neil and Nima to return from Camp 1 and hear all about their day yesterday.
Okay, first sighting of Nima, Dorenzi and Neil coming up onto the last slope. Buggers must be tired.
Boy. Thank you so much.
You don't look tired at all.
Yeah, we're legends.
Cheers, guys.
Well done, Nima.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Gosh.
Well done, Neil. Great effort. Well done.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Fucking legend.
Good luck, mate.
Go. Well done.
Lots of emotions.
Yeah, I bet.
Bundle.
It was much harder than Everest here.
Yeah.
Did you see Masters? I was going to say as well.
From the 8-time summiter, harder than Everest.
Yeah, because for the mountain, it doesn't matter how high or how small, you know. But because of the condition.
They're up to here.
They're up to here. Oh, it took all day to, take the trail.
Amazing. So I can tell you officially, Putha Hiunchuli without oxygen in those conditions is much harder than Everest with oxygen. Period.
Period.
Cycle, it was like a half a foot deep snow.
Oh shit.
Right from the summit.
Ready.
But actually, at the end of the day, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Yeah. It gets to the point where it's too much, isn't it?
Has you got a picture on your bike at all? No.
Yeah, it has me crashing.
There you go. You can
Seeing a head over here.
We had this vision of deep snow and tiny wheels.
And then we did 20 meters of Scooby Doo, or whatever it's called, the original. I think on the basis that the original bicycle was a no pedals.
Yeah.
That's bicycling, I should argue.
Yeah.
Well done, Neil. Is that the hardest thing you've ever done?
Yeah, it's officially the hardest expedition mountaineering I've ever done.
Wow.
Period. Quite emotional.
Not bad.
Because at the end of the day, it's not really about the bikes. It's about the team. I'm really proud of you guys. And I'm a little sorry that it was such a hard one for you.
Oh no, I loved it.
It's been great.
I'm really proud of you all. Cried twice. I don't remember the last time I cried. I cried twice down there, coming down there. Thank you for joining me on this mad, crazy mission.
It's been brilliant, Neil. Yeah. It's been brilliant.
It's all done really well. And yeah, we wouldn't have done it without all of you, the whole team. Team effort. Always is. Yeah. I had a pretty bad descent. I don't know if you heard.
No.
Basically, I pushed a chest infection away when climbing because I think it was just so brutal. And then literally as soon as I started stepping off the summit after the bike shenanigan, I couldn't breathe.
Fuck.
I was like 20% lung capacity.
Wow.
I thought, wasn't sure I was going to make it. And thankfully these guys stayed with me and held me down. I literally took 10 feet and I had to stop them.
And is that why the oxygen was brought up to Camp 1?
Yeah, I got most of the way down to Camp 2. And then I was put on bottle oxygen to Camp 1.
Yeah.
And then weirdly I had all these dreams because the next problem was
trying to breathe. All I had when I stopped, all the phlegm in the chest was starting to come up as mucus, and I could, I was coughing for a minute, trying to get it out, so that I could breathe. And so you all appeared in my waking. I didn't sleep last night, obviously, but you all appeared, keeping me from drowning in my own mucus. So it was a pretty dramatic descent. Not my finest, for sure. But I woke up this morning. I'm actually 80% good.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ready for a hike out in civilization.
We're leaving in 10 minutes now.
It's all packed, so.
Oh, bollocks. Right, let's go.
So our mule's arriving to take us back down to Kagkot. And there's Lucky the dog. So base camp is struck and we now head back to Kagkot.
Just descending down into the school. You can see in the far distance there by the river. This is Davindi. He summited yesterday. You never think. He's so fit. Anyway, it's nice to see a familiar place.
Knife edge ridge going from Putha Hiunchuli base camp back down into the valley below to the school of Kagkot. Spectacular scenery. It's about, I don't know, 1,000 meters each side. Really beautiful. Well, we've just left the school at Kagkot. We've had a good meeting this morning with the headmaster, trying to find out how our funds can be best spent. It's a little bit different to how we imagined, but there's no mattresses and blankets in some of the accommodation. They need more benches for the classrooms. books, pencils, whiteboards. Kids have no toys for the playground either. So there's a lot we can do. It's just the logistics now of getting it sorted to come from truck to Denai and then by mule from there to Kagkot. It's the journey we're doing now on foot. It's today's going to be about an 8-hour walk, and then we have one more day before we get back to contact point to get back to the airstrip to Kathmandu.
On our way back, we've just passed one of the lovely campsites we stayed in. Just had to walk around the mountainside just there. Pretty damn treacherous. There's the guys and the Sherpas, and that's the drop down there.
And of course, the inimitable Nima Serdar Kanshasha.
Thank you so much.
Come on! Come on! Now you might think that's all, but there's a man who is doing all the telephone and the email and the negotiation, and it's Sering. Come on! Well done, guys.
Well done.